Our dog Maggie and I are headed up in the old 4Runner to make more progress on clearing the Forest Service road we've been working on. Hopefully we'll get a little closer to this old cabin we want to get to higher on the mountain. Posting this video on April 5th, there's still 36 inches of snow at a lake in the same area, so I figured that's about what's still at the cabin. Yeah, this isn't bad. There we go. Yeah, there was no snow up here in this spot last time we were here. So we'll just go along here and not even use the center differential. Like I was saying, don't have anything in, no, not even a center diff. So let's head up the hill here. Got a few inches of snow. There's still some old snow left underneath this new snow. Just saw a coyote just back there a little ways. Jumped up the bank. Oh yeah, this coyote track, he's been goofing around in here. I can see his tracks in the snow. We're up here to the cattle guard. Get past it, no problem. Take a look at where this blowout was we worked on the other day. See if it's still draining nice. It's like 34 degrees. It's the trees we took out. This is where we camped right there. Take a look at that. Looks like that coyote came from up that way. Oops, there's loss of traction. What's all that noise? We got a loss of traction light. Yeah, it's not liking this. Now, listen to that. Yeah. It's like traction control, or is it stability controls? Take a look under the hood here. This is what's making all that noise. This brake controller here. It's kind of annoying. It's supposed to help you gain traction by applying a brake to a spinning wheel. But on this 4Runner, it makes a lot of noise when it's doing that. Well, that's enough talk about that. Let's get back on the trail. So let's put the center diff in, make that go away. There it goes. Now we should be okay. Well, it's still, okay. Let's rock. There must be a big rut we're running into right here. That traction control is going a little nuts. I can hear it. Yeah, we're running into something right there. Yeah, we're running into those ruts right there. We can get around those now, I think. Center diff's engaged. Gotta put it in drive, not reverse. Yeah, it's not liking this. Sure, we give it enough friggin' horsepower, we'll bust through this, but I really don't like giving it all the horsepower this V8 has. It's kind of rough on this old 4Runner. We're still got a creek out of the road. We just did. It was right here. Let's stop here for a minute. That's where it had blown out before. Go up the road here a little ways, get off this hill, go to the flat part. Tell you what, this thing's got so much power, it starts whipping this wheel around and you break your thumbs off. Here we go. go. Now we're on the flatter spot. Go up here a little ways. This is as far as we got before. We got even more snow now. I mean, it's only just a matter of a little ways. We go up there before we get stuck. So let's put the chains on. I want to see how these new Konig bigger chains work, the 265s. Let Maggie out anyway. Yeah, these Konig 265s came in, and I fitted them on the 4Runner there and spun them around in my garage, and they were contacting a little bit on the steering knuckle right there. So I ground that little nipple off that they were hitting. Got clearance now. So I got clearance now, but let's try these things out up here in the real world and see how they work and what kind of clearance we got. Keep these chains right behind the back seat here. Fit nice right there. There's the compressor right there. The Smittybilt compressor. Break these things out. Kind of hard case. Get this out of our way. That was super quick. Oh. All right, let's try this out. Well, I didn't hear anything hitting or anything. Head up the road here a little bit and see how we do. Maybe shift into low range. I think that changes how the traction control works. Works a little better in snow like this. Well, that didn't work worth a crap. We just got our front end buried. Later model rigs like this 2020 Cherokee we had are set up from the factory so you can adjust the sensitivity of their traction control system. So you have more options you can go to that may help you crawl yourself out of the situation. I just put it in rock mode, select speed, and just let it kind of figure itself out, and finally put some power to that driver's side front wheel. Brought us out. Cool. Those options still aren't enough if you keep pushing up the trail. And believe me, I got our Cherokee stuck a lot. Snow's too deep, I keep high centering, so I gotta break out the high lift jack. Get these tires up in the air and then shove snow underneath there so I could get some traction. See some daylight underneath the Jeep now. This thing was totally high centered. All 4 wheels were spinning, so that was completely high centered. So got it lifted up. That's what I've been doing all day. Fun times. Should be able to back right out of here. Let's see what happens. I sure hit the old 4Runner's limit right here. So let's get this thing out of the jam I got it in. Let's take a look under here. Let's see what we see. Yeah, it looks like our pumpkin's a little buried, but not too bad. The front's what's high centered. Maggie's got to get in the act. Time to break out the high lift jack. Yeah, I keep the running part of my high lift jack in this box right here. You can see all this stuff in here, the stand and the lift mate and so forth. And I'll show you where I keep the standing part of the rail, whatever you want to call it. It's under the seat up there. Keep it right underneath this folded front seat. right here. Gotta come up with a better way to secure that. I really don't like it loose under there. Let's put this together. Just takes a second. Let's get this thing put together. Journey looks like to stick it in the snow like that. Grab this running piece. It just fits right on there. I have to dig that out a little bit. That's solid road under there. I don't even think I'm going to need the base. We need our handle. PVC cover. So it doesn't dent up my fender. At least won't dent it as bad. 2-inch PVC. Okay, let's go do the other side now. Oh, looks like we really filling a hole on this side. Passenger side. I'm gonna fill this in. Probably back right off this. And keep control of your hand a little. Knock your teeth out. Here we go. Didn't use a base. Didn't use a base on this. Sitting on the road. Probably back right out of this. I have no trouble getting that 4Runner stuck. That's for sure. That high left jack really helps get me out. That's the easiest way I found to get out of that. When you get high centered in the deep snow, just jack it up, shove snow under the tires. You can just back right out. Yeah, that works for me every time when I'm high centered. Let's take a look at this. Okay, it's just too warm and the snow's too deep and soft to get up there. Nobody else has been up there in a long time, so let's see. I don't think we were high centered that bad. You can see this is like an indentation of our transmission cross member right here. I don't know if that's what stopped us, and we were sitting on that front skid plate or pan or whatever. Let's just go run around here where we bid, and test out the clearance on these new Konig chains for the 4Runner. I don't want to get stuck again. It's getting too late. But that's how the high lift jack will work, and I like it better for the 4Runner because the steering locks, unlike the Cherokees. Yeah, let's get this thing turned around right here. Listen for the chains hitting. I didn't hear those chains hitting anything, did you? Okay, let's head down the hill, see how these chains clear, and we're going a little faster. Doesn't look like we have any clearance issues on these chains on the front. Maggie made it back down here just to where the Diversion is, no problem. Doesn't know whether it wants to rain or snow. It was like 34 degrees or so. We're gonna walk Maggie up the trail here. Glad we got this cleared out. It's been raining and snowing. Might have washed this road out pretty good if we hadn't got that over there. Looks like it's keeping itself pretty clear. This is where it broke out right here. Isn't that right, Maggie? Yeah, we came right up this, no problem. We didn't even air down or nothing. This is fairly deep right here. But it's just too warm and soft. You can't get any float in your high center. When the snow gets up here, get up here a little bit and the snow gets a couple feet deep, you just post right through it basically. 4Runner does. Can you walk on that? Can you walk in the middle? Okay, let's just walk up here a ways. Big puddle for Maggie. Oh, is that perfect? You like that? Get in there! Get in there! Here. 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 Pine cone's kind of prickly. Oh, yeah, you like that? Is that fun? I think we'll get you a stick. That thing. Let's get you a stick. Here. Get that stick. Get it. It sank. Sorry. Where's the sink stick? Get it. Get it. Can't find it. I think Maggie smells that coyote. I think that came down. See the tracks coming down? Those aren't Maggie's tracks, but she went up there and sniffed them. I think that coyote came down from up top. Right there. Huh. He was little. Headed down the hill. Looking for something to eat, I'm sure. Those doggone coyotes went right over the cattle guard. What if they jumped that whole way? Or just stepped across there. Maggie's not going to do it. She'll go around. Okay, that opened the road up a bit. We got more trees down here. Walk down there and get those. Wanna walk down there and get those, Maggie? Let's move the 4Runner closer to these trees down here. Work our way down the hill. Just working on this little tree top here. It's sitting in the freaking road. This thing's buried in the snow pretty good. This thing's pretty buried. Dang. Okay. I don't know if I can get it out of there. It's not very much in the road, but still kind of want to get it out. Do more into moving those trees down there by the 4Runner now. Oh yeah, we can do it. Oh man, it's kind of heavy with the snow. This little sucker out of here. Worry about this later. Head down here by the 4Runner. Walk back down here. The 4Runner kind of leapfrogging down here. Took that out, widened that. And we're going to work on this side a little bit. That's a dead tree. I'll cut that up. Maybe somebody could use that for campfire wood this summer. All right, let's cut this one back a little bit. do that a little bit. Just a little. Got to get out of here, air up. We got this opened up nicely, but let's get this a little bit right here, get a little better. Okay. All right, let's hook this up, the compressor. 33 about. Shut off. Let it cool down a minute. Fits nicely behind here. Chainsaw sitting on the back step here. So you can have it sitting there and open it up. Check our battery. Got one light left. I didn't start out. I think I started with 3 lights. We didn't use very much battery doing that. This goes behind the passenger seat. Okay, we're gonna head down the hill. See, maybe we can get up to 35. So far, I haven't heard a thing. Trees are cleared out right here. Yeah, that was in the right spot. Looked out. Let's get this off. Come up, shake them off. All nice and clean. Going through the snow. Thing's shaking off. Maggie! Put them back there with Maggie. Set them on our tarp so we don't get everything all wet. Tell you one thing, I miss that heated steering wheel the Cherokee had after taking those chains off and on. My hands are pretty cold. Not that bad.